They weren't the best helmet polisher there ever was. I read it out before I'd finished reading it in my head. That's not on me. Right. I think that's it for the turn. So, let's see what goes down. Dimla, my king, are you sure you wish to move on if there is nothing else you wish to attend? You know what? Yeah, I still want you to warn me just in case I've forgotten something. We're not going to attack. My lord, we're being attacked by the rebels. Yes, I would like to see. You have 660 men total in 2 lands. Your men are spread equally across the land, so 656 defenders guard this one. The militia have sent 29 troops to assist the defense. We've got 685 defenders in total. The windy sky swept the battlefield before the 2 armies clashed. Low likelihood of weather events and 50% evasion defense battle strength bonus for you. Nice. Through harsh winds, the rebels stop and stand off for a while to intimidate the enemy before bursting forward to attack. A strong wind rips across the battlefield and throws many of the combatants down. Okay, the enemy lost a lot in that. In the midst of the chaos, a small whistling sound can be heard. Then suddenly a huge blob of slime crashes down onto the battlefield. It's unclear where it came from, but it hit hard. You break through the lines and manage to push the rebels back a little. Lost a lot for the effort, though. You manage to push forward quickly and penetrate the center. The breakthrough does great damage. Oh my god. Wow. The invading force of the rebels was stopped and put to death by your brave defenders. With the battle over, you brought a battle report. Very well. The rebels lost 285 troops and we lost 66. That is better. General Fliem, the diplomat. My lord, we're being attacked by Kroot. Do you want to watch the battle? Yes. Okay. 641 men now. But the militia have sent 49 troops to this fight. Okay. Very nice. Your 638 defenders prepare for battle. 49 militia, plus 49 militia plans, so 687 in total. The foggy night sky shrouds the battlefield before the 2 armies clash. Plus 25% raid defense for us. Nice. Moderate likelihood of weather events. Through the night mist, the Kroot arrive on the battlefield, all carrying stones. They charge forward and launch a volley of stones and pebbles. God damn it. The fog seems to thicken for a moment, and then the clashing armies brace and stand their ground as they await it to clear. You fight forward and gain the advantage, managing to completely overrun the Kroot. Wow, we lost 6 people, but pretty much put their entire army to death. The raid launch against you has failed. Your brave defenders win honor and glory. Nice. You receive a report of the goings-on. Let's read the advanced report. See everything. Oh, treasury increased a lot that time. Sold slaves for 1,080, 900. Received 48 gold from the bank tax. We earned 819 gold from this year's harvest. That's due to our peasants. Bandits did a good bit of pillaging. Due to our back tanks, opinion has dropped a bit. You enlist 18 peasants from our 2 lands. The knights train 10 of them into soldiers. 4 of our soldiers desert you and join the rebellion's much larger army. On your command, soldiers toss 6 peasants into the southern lava. Oh, okay, maybe there's a reason why they did that. It's probably the 4 soldiers that would send to do the dirty with the peasants. Okay, well, we won't think about that one too much. Pincer Frog Rangers attempt to raid you and fail. 13 bandits are captured and jailed. Tricky Cavalry attempt to raid you and fail. 3 bandits are captured and jailed. Slave Rebels gain 6 supporters and troops from your land. Militia recruit 9 new peasants this year. Okay. General bandit level has risen. New folk have turned to banditry. Zath of the Caves defeated Alad the Uneducated in the Little Arena. Rebels enlist 6 new soldiers from their 6 lands, which makes their total 1,009. Okay. The rebels attempted to invade your lands. Kroot attempted to invade your lands. The treasury has increased. Very nice. The past year fades. The year 172 dawns, and with it comes kind skies and rich soil across the realm. Farming income will be tripled this year. Okay. That was a glorious treasury boom. Yeah. Okay, well, first and foremost, let's visit the throne room. Send in the next visitor. You're visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. I took in a wounded man and helped bring him back to health, and now he tells me I owe him, which is absurd. Make the wounded man compensate you. Farmer smiles and leaves. Your head diplomat, Old Hungarian Lewis, approaches and requests his employment with you to end as he seeks to live a life of solitude. Yeah, he wants to leave. Bye, Old Hungarian Lewis. Thanks you and leaves. I no longer have a diplomat. Well, let's go and fix that first. Right. 3 potential diplomats are here. Urd the Royal. Let's have a look at you. Okay. I am highly regarded by kings and queens of the realm for my work. I would enjoy serving you. I request a pay of 390 per year, but you're a lot better than the last guy. Sir Ural the Fool. I am known as a head diplomat and have worked for many kings. I will serve you as loyally as I can, and the pay I ask is 105. Okay. And Handir the Fool. I'm a journeyman in the art of diplomacy. If you don't hire me, I will start a rebellion. Good lord. Good lord. Well, I need a diplomat, but 390 a turn is rough. Not gonna lie. I think we go for Sir Ural the Fool. Hi, you. And what you do? 100 skill reduces minor bandit diplomacy death chance from 1/3 to 1/5. Okay. It'll be useful to have, but... Alright, let's see if we can't make some cash. Once again, we're just going to bet in the main arena for now. Sanic Fiend Seeker. A Divine Shadow Esfanti. This is mid-tier. I think it's fair to say all of our money goes on this straight away. Please don't let me down. Well done. Thank you very much for that. Dastardly Ashfawn or a Divine Shadow Esfanti Calfling. I mean, the Calfling is a little bit scary, but we'll just watch this and hopefully we'll win. The fight stops for a moment as a naked goblin streaks across the arena grounds before jumping over a barrier and escaping. God damn it. Okay. And they're dead. Okay. Thank you very much for the gold. That's it. 2 fights and we have emptied the arena's coffers. Gobbo, you live! Now, what I would really like to do is use all of this money for one thing in particular. That is... let's see. Is it... No, it's not there. Income. Trade post. I really want to get some trade caravans. In my opinion, that has been something we've needed for a while. The next refreshment break is kind of due, actually. So, let's revisit some of the places we've been to. First and foremost, Montfort Mine. I'd like to talk with you. Oh, it's just a demand tribute. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Could I demand tribute? The master of the mine arrives to greet you and hears your request. He agrees that from now on you shall receive tribute from the mine, as he does not want to cross a king, but he doesn't seem happy about the request. Okay, we've got annual tribute. Small Haven. Let's speak to the Small Haven trade post. Arrange caravan. Now have a trade deal with them. Plus 10 relation with them as well. Okay. Let's recruit some more villagers. 14 peasants. Not bad at all. Let's go to the north. Is there anything I need to do here? Don't think there is. Also, I'm kind of tempted to get some more slavers. We'll come back to the black market. I feel, you know what, we can spend some more time in the black market and see what they have to offer. But let's go to the East Trade Post first. Trade with Eastern Trading Post. I have a trade route with them. Scorpion Pit. It's 22,000 to buy the Scorpion Pit. Was there anything in the southern lands for us? I don't think there was. All right, chat. Which direction do you want to explore in? Yeah, I think that today is way less dark Aavak and way more dark chat. East, okay. Let's see then. Mystery slaver. Okay. You approach a small, unassuming dune of sand and see a small gazebo with several cages underneath covered in material to obscure what lies inside. Overlooking the gazebo is a small man who answers to the name the Mystery Slaver. He offers you to keep the slave inside the cage, each cage costing 50 coins. Speak to him. Mystery Slaver approaches and greets you, asking what you need to speak to him about. Ask about the East. In truth, the East is peaceful. Strange things happen here, but these lands are mostly ruins, so it's peaceful. Ask about himself. I used to work in the artifact market, but saw opportunities here instead. Where did you get the slaves? They come from a small group of slavers who live near here. They visit daily to check if I need more, and then grab whatever they can and sell it to me. What are the odds of getting each unit? The odds of getting nothing are 9 to 1. What? 1 in 9, sorry. Odds of getting a slave are 1 in 8. Slave soldier 1 in 9. Peasant 1 in 9. Soldier 1 in 9. Bandit 1 in 9. Tribal goblin 1 in 9. Knight 1 in 9. A demon 1 in 180. Okay. Ask about the Farad Desert. The Farad Desert is a mysterious place. There's a lot of strange things to go on here, but it's best to stay out of it. What about the artifact market? The artifact market is probably the most powerful place in all of the realm. Never has so much dangerous magic been concentrated in one place. Why are you so small? That's rude. My mother was a gnome. I guess my father was into gnomes. It's not been easy, but I'm surviving well enough right now. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. I don't want to know. Just flat out don't want to know. Demon soldiers, possibly, yeah. Alright, we'll see. Let's see what we get. We pay the gold and the mystery slaver approaches a selected cage to reveal a slave. Well, that's not great because he's probably just immediately going to leave. But I'm only going to go to one of them. I'm also not going to try and get tribute from old sandstone ruins. You approach some old sandstone ruins. It's unclear what once stood here, but it's a fortress, be it a fortress or a town or something else entirely. The only thing left is clear is that time has swallowed it whole and left a little behind. There is a small hut next to the ruins that appear to be occupied. Oh god. Okay. You enter the hut and are met by a strange-looking man with a small blue hat, a long triangular beard, and strange pointy eyebrows. He looks at you and grunts. I am Arsam, the All-Knowing. Ask what you desire to know and I shall help. Okay. Okay, Great Wall Farad. I could. What do you know about the north? Do we only get one? Why are our eyebrows so long? Sure, okay, we'll open with that. It's a gift I've always been endowed with, although it certainly wasn't as fun in my early years. Noted. Do you really know everything? Well, everything I am aware of, I know. Therefore, as far as I can tell, I know everything. What a fantastic answer. I'm going to remember that one. What do you know about the West? Home of Darkdale, a place that starts peaceful but gets less so with time. South? Demons are rumored to come from there, a place scarcely lived in, even more so than Farad Desert. What about the North? The North is a harsh place with a vastly different culture to us. Hardy folk, lots of bandits and wild men. Tell me everything about the Farad Desert. It's an ancient desert built by a curse, and now it holds magic and mystery beyond measure. What about the ruined old watchtower? It's a strange one, destroyed long enough ago, but not long enough to fit with any other ruin. There's not been any strong settlement here for a long, long time, so I don't know who built it, let alone who destroyed it. What about Rihim Village? Rihim Village is a small settlement of the Farad Desert. They are humble folk. Who's their leader? Elder Atik, and he is a humble man. How do they survive? They try their best with farming, but it's not easy. Very small amounts of trading. They're crafts with artifact market folk. How many people live there? Exactly 88. Do they leave their village much? Sometimes, but rarely. I get a visit once per month from them with some food. Have you been to their village? Yes, a few times. I am considered an honoured guest there. It's an honour. Okay, you knew quite a lot about that. Tell me about the artifact market. The artifact market is without doubt the core of Farad in the way of popularity, wealth and fame. Most people who come here come purely to visit the market. What is the artifact market? The artifact market is a gathering of merchants, wizards and adventurers who trade many things, namely artifacts. These artifacts are ancient relics, magical items and mysterious things from around the realm. The market is protected by strange magic and has existed for a long time. Who runs the artifact market? No one knows who is in charge. Some say it's a council of wizards, others say a magical god sits within, but all is rumour. What kind of artifacts do they sell? All kinds, magical stones and orbs, mysterious boxes with ancient seals, staffs and swords enchanted with old magic, and many other things found nowhere else. Have you visited the market? Yes, once, long ago, to sell a strange black orb I found in these ruins. Tell me about the House of Art and Tapestries. It's a small art gallery, a strange thing to exist, but who am I to judge? No. Tell me about the ruined Great Wall of Farad. The wall was once one of the ancient Eastern land's greatest triumphs, and subsequently greatest failure too. Why would you consider it a triumph? Nothing so ambitious has ever been built in the East. It was a huge undertaking, and it would have taken even a reasonably large empire years to complete. Why do you consider it a failure? Oh god. The tale goes that Farad Desert was a rich grassland a long time ago. A large empire stretched across it with vast farming networks keeping their armies fed. All was well until a curse hit the land. A small patch of sand on the beach next to the Farad coast began to expand. Within a month, half of the Farad grasslands had been consumed by the expanding desert. The Sultan of the ancient empire ordered the grasslands to be protected by a giant magical wall. The empire drew men in from all around the lands, and the construction began. But as you know, we stand in the Farad Desert, so the Sultan's plan clearly failed. They could not build the wall faster than the desert could grow, and ultimately the wall was abandoned before it was finished. The old empire collapsed, and the rest is history. That was a big history. How old is it? Ancient. Who built it? An unknown old empire that existed in the east. I just call it the old Farad Empire. A very knowledgeable person here. Tell me about the Tower of Histories. The Tower of Histories is a strange place. A wealthy man decided to open his personal study tower and share his knowledge of history with the locals. Have you ever visited? Yes, of course. Not for a while, but I have been there several times. Is it popular? No more popular than anywhere else. Here, almost all the places in the Farad Desert only get a stray visitor who are heading for the artifact market. Is the information in the tower accurate? I believe so. How did they learn the information? I believe the information was learned by a scholar who had been to the History Guild in the north. I think it's the black market. Oh, nice. Damn, this guy is getting sassy a little bit. Alright. Tell me more about Fort Gorthmek. That fort is ruled by Yurik the Oppressor. He and his ilk have been a scourge on the entire Farad since they took the fort. Why are they a scourge? Yurik the Orc has organized raids all around Farad, forced tribute from many, and been an all-round blighter. The only resistance he had was from the artifact market. He attempted to raid it, but quickly learned his mistake and left the market alone. Who was there before them? No one. No one was there before them. It was an empty desert. The orcs who built that fort were rumored to have been deserters or rebels from a foreign orcish land. Why does the fort look so strange? It was built in the orcish style of architecture. We've never seen it in these lands before. Tell me about the mystery slaver. Strange man, he turned slavery into a gamble. A good system for him when most of his slaves are peasants and nothing more. Tell me about the scorpion fighting pit. Yes, the scorpion fighting pit has been there for a while. We Easterners like to keep ourselves entertained, and unlike the northern savages, we do it without beating each other to a bloody pulp. You just have scorpions beat each other to a bloody pulp. Tell me about the Eastern Trading Post. The Eastern Trade Post was set up a while ago. It's the first stop for all traders coming in to the east, and does well trading inland too. How do you survive here? I am brought food by the villagers of Rihim. Tell me about the sandstone ruins. These ruins were that of a small ancient fortress protecting a small trading settlement. I believe the settlement was a key part of the trade between the ancient Eastern Empire and other civilizations further westward. How do you know it was a fortress? You could call it an educated guess. There are clear remnants of fortifications, but it's not big enough to be a city wall, so it would appear to be that of some kind of castle or fortress. The other small ruined structures, whose foundations can be vaguely seen here and there, are very small, and so would be houses or shops. That's my assumption of a settlement with a fort. That's fair. What destroyed them? We will never know. The stresses of the ancient times likely differ from today. Perhaps it was a foreign invasion or internal strife. We will never know. Does anyone else know more about this place? No, there isn't much interest in archaeological history here. I would say I know most about this place, and purely from my own study of the ruins. A shame. I would love to truly know its history beyond mere speculation. I like this guy. I really do. Okay. Tell me about this hut. I built this hut out of the ruined sandstone and other nearby materials. It seemed like a good place to settle. Has the location been troublesome? Not at all. The occasional sandstorm hits the hut, but these walls are thick and I don't have windows. Fair. Do you get visits here often? Very rarely. The occasional passing traveler heading usually to the artifact market or Rihim. How do you get food? Once every month, some villagers come from Rihim with food for me. In return, I give advice to their elder. I also spy on any new information and keep them in the know about anything going on. You leave? Yes, occasionally, at the dead of night. Who am I? You are the ruler of Sylvanas. I should not need to tell you of yourself. Who are you? I am Arsan the All-Knowing. Many years ago, I began a pursuit of all information. I sought to learn all I could about these eastern lands where I was born, and now I know all there is to know. Alright, that was a lot. But I'm kind of glad I took the time to read it. Okay, and we didn't find anything else. Fair. Fair. Now, I was going to go to the black market and do some more reading in there, but oh god, we just spent so much time. So maybe not. Maybe not. Right, let's go to manage staff and champions. I would like my High General to tell me about the troops. Got a solid amount of troops. Mostly peasants, to be sure, but that's not as terrible. Actually, how many knights do we have? 2. Okay. 2 knights. Need to get a few more so that we can train up our commoners a bit faster, or build a training ground. Take 10k though. Oof. That's a bit of a rough one. 5k would get us a defense, which I think would be wise. Right, let's have a look at hiring. In terms of the peasants, I could get them from the militia, but I'd like to allow the militia to build up a bit more. So I'm going to wait on that. But bandits, I will take. I've got 57 because of the raids that failed. I will take them all. And goblins. There are 308 available. Wow. I'll take 34. Okay. That was amazing. Oof. Yeah. Right. It's time for us to pass a turn and also for me to go on a tea break. So we'll end this turn and then find out how things go, and then we'll go on the tea break at that point. We've passed 5 years in total, chat, out of the 250 we started with. And our public opinion is minus 43. That's not great. As you prepare to move on, your head diplomat approaches you. My king, are you sure you wish to move on? There isn't anything left to do that I can think of, but you may wish to wait. No, we want to go. Once again, not going to attack this turn. Going to let the others attack us, which they have been doing consistently. Yes, deal with the rebels. 790 men in total. And the militia have sent 6 troops. So 714 and 6. So it's 720. A great night storm shrouds the battlefield before the two armies clash. Amidst the raging storm, the rebels charge forward, composed and in formation. The rebels push forward and outflank your forces, but still no one side seems to have the upper hand. Okay. Oh, they killed a lot of my peasants. You managed to form an effective pincer and overrun the opposing flanks. Wow, okay, we just took out 105 soldiers. Launch a sudden, hard and fast attack on the rebels' line, shocking them and pushing them back. For a moment, the storm gets so fierce the fighting stops. You manage to push forward and quickly penetrate the center. The breakthrough does a great deal of damage. You manage to take the rebel left flank, trapping them momentarily and doing some damage before the flank is defended. Nice. We killed a lot there. The rebels lost 253 troops and we lost 84. We're still making sizable losses, but, you know, we're causing them to lose significantly more. They lost 168 soldiers. What did we lose? 2 soldiers and 22 goblin berserkers. The rest were peasants and bandits. We're not only losing less units, but we're losing less powerful units to these fights. Hey, Olifin, how you doing, mate? General Flean, the diplomat, my lord. Kroot have launched an assault against us. Do you want to see the... Yes, I would like to see the battle. Got 709 defenders total. The militia gave us 33 troops this time. Foggy again. Moderate likelihood of weather events and 25% raid defense bonus for us. Through the mist, the Kroot arrive and line up. Then all begin sticking out their tongues and mocking the defenders. You manage to push forward quickly and penetrate the center. The breakthrough does a great deal of damage. I'm sorry, but your vicious mockery failed. It only made us stronger. We lost 5 peasants, killed 73 goblins, 19 goblin berserkers, and 13 goblin warlords. My lord, clandestine orange cloaks have marched upon us. Do you want to watch? Yes. God damn, they're sending a lot, though. All right, we're down to 710 total defenders, thanks to the militia for providing an extra 20 units. Low likelihood of weather events during this battle, and 50% invasion defense battle strength bonus. Wow. Beneath the pouring rain, clandestine orange cloaks pause their march and stare forward with furious faces before charging. Okay. The fighting rages on. A buildup of sludge causes a slight landslide. Moments later, the ground begins to rumble and a small part of the field collapses on itself to reveal an unstable mineshaft below. As the fighting rages on, a small rumble happens. Suddenly, part of the battlefield collapses on itself. It seems there was a small unstable mineshaft under the battlefield. Yeah, you've said that. That's kind of weird that I said it twice. Lost more or less the same. You feign a withdrawal and manage to get the clandestine orange cloaks to move out of their better position before turning back and attacking. And rout them. Right. Brixos, the Earth Scorcher, the 7th, the leader of your militia has stepped down in shame after a scandal within the militia ranks. No! The new militia leader, Drit the Fan, is sworn in and vows to protect the realm and to serve as best he can. He is an expert at combat training. 20% battle score bonus to militia troops. The cost of hiring militia has risen from 0 gold to 26 gold. Oh. That's unfortunate. So we can't get the militia for free anymore. That's what the last guy was giving us. On the plus side, 20% bonus is not terrible, but we need to pay you. Yeah, sadly we do. With the help of the slave revolt, the slavers' fort in the near north was destroyed. All the slavers were killed and the slaves held within are now free. Many of them joined the slave revolt. Damn it, my fort! Balls. Well, there goes a lot of our money. Should we report the ongoing? Yeah, let's have a look at the advanced one. Right. So, our money is going to go down a lot now. But we've gotten some trading from the caravans. Tribute from Grab. Bandits doing some pillaging. We enlist 18 peasants from our 2 lands. 57 of the rebel peasants flee the rebels and join your much larger army. Your knights tame 10 peasants into soldiers. Nice. On your commands, soldiers toss 6 peasants into the southern lava pit. Don't ask. Don't ask. Wages. Skull Grey Hand attempt to raid you but give up if they can't find a way in. Tricky Cavalry attempt to raid you and give up if they can't find a way in. And the Goliath Empire attempt to raid you but are caught in the act and flee with nothing. Your slave fort was attacked and destroyed by the slave revolt. Your crops fail. There is no income from harvest this year. Damn it. Okay. Lose 6 bandits and kill 7 of your soldiers in a failed raid. Slave rebels gain 6 supporters and troops. Okay, militia recruited 8 new peasants. Zath of the Cave defeated Rathog, 1 arm. Rebels enlist 8 new soldiers from their 6 lands, which gives their troops 746. They're now getting into the point where we could probably start taking their lands off them. The rebels lost a skirmish with us, blah, blah, blah. Treasury increased by 1,168 gold. Well, it's not great, but public opinion due to people's desperation, gambling limits across the realm have increased by 50%. Nice. Good timing. Desperate luck. All right. Yeah, triple harvest times 0. Sucks so bad. Well, rough times ahead. Especially because we now have so much less money coming in thanks to the loss of the slave fortress, and trying to rebuild that is going to be a real pain. But you know, it is what it is. But we are going to be going on a tea break now. It is high time, and when we return, the first thing we're going to do is, well, check out the throne room and then see if we can't do something in the little arena. Do you think the lava pit is impacting the public opinion? I mean, why would they care? Everyone who gets taken to the lava pit, it's not like anyone gets back to tell them what happened. Time to get back to things. So, we've got a bit of gold, got 2 lands. Public opinion is, not great. We could definitely afford to improve it. We are getting some money in from the trade caravans. We have lost our slave fort. If we check in on that, the slavers, ruins of the slavers fort. You visit the ruins of the old slavers fort, a large institution that once held thousands in chains. Now nothing more than charred wood and a few crumbling walls. Oh, you can't even rebuild it. It's gone now. Oof. Oof, I say. Let's have a look at diplomacy. So the slave revolt. Is 623. There wasn't even that many. Cannot be hired while you have slaves. The slave revolt cannot be bribed to disband while you have slaves. Free all of your slaves and the slave soldiers to appease the revolt. About the slave revolt. The Slave Revolt is a group of ex-slaves who have risen up and now fight for justice, freedom, and survival. They are angry and they have nothing to lose. Fair. If we'd tried to deal with them earlier, we might have been able to stop them, but not anymore. They've got a decent bit of gold, considering they haven't got very many people there. What about the rebels? They've got a lot of gold, considering they haven't got many people. Spread across 6 lands. Problem is, they do tend to hit hard. We might need to have a look into that and what we can do with it. But let's start off by checking out the visitor. You're visited by a man who claims one of your tax collectors, a rogue-looking man named Devin, collected the taxes due and ran, but later a royal tax collector came and took the 10 gold they claimed was unpaid. Sure, I'll give him 10 gold back. You order reparations be paid. The gold is accepted, and then the man bows and leaves. Okay. Against all odds, you're still alive. I'm quite surprised by that. Time for us to bet on a fight, though. Let's find out what we can do. Terrestrial Orcling versus a peasant. I really don't know which way this is going to go, so I'm just going to watch it. Yeah, that was what... Oh, it could have gone either way, I feel, but... Let's see the next one. Blind Peasant versus Brak Gokwick the Annihilator. Okay, if you lose me my money, Brak Gokwick the Annihilator, I'm going to be so sad. There we go. Cut off the blind peasant's arm and leaves him squealing. Well done. Alright, next. The Annihilator versus a Pygmy Cloud Demigod. I'm going to say the pig... Because the Pygmy Cloud Demigod is the middle rank. So I'm going to put everything on the Pygmy Cloud Demigod. Yep. And you have been annihilated. The Shamash, the Befouled Warden versus a Terrestrial Orcling. I'll put 399 on Shamash. We'll see how this one goes. I have a feeling that the fight was slightly unfair. Yeah, no, you're quite right. It was. That's why we bet on it. Okay. Against a Pygmy Cloud... Well, you're against a Pygmy Cloud Demigod Guardian, which is the lowest tier, but they're still quite powerful. But I'm not going to bet everything on this one. We'll see. I should have bet everything. Oh well, lesson learned. A peasant against a legendary underground half-giant champion. A legendary. Right. Betting everything on this fight. Against a peasant, chat. Guardian is the low tier. Fairly certain. Zenro the Ale Gobbler. I guess I'll go for you and see how it goes. Must I fight this child? Yeah. Yeah. Zero the Ale Gobbler actually has the most HP, but not the most skill. That being said, strike Terrestrial Orcling Warrior twice as hard as possible and won my money. Thank you very much. Okay, you're against a legendary Pygmy Cloud Demigod. There is no possible version where you survive this, so I'm going to bet all the money I can. That being said, the health is a lot closer than I would have liked. All right. Nice. No, that peasant wasn't even a fighter, and that's the point. All right, we've got 5k this time. We can explore the realm. Which direction should we go in? You know what, Leafin? You haven't had an option to weigh in on this sort of thing. Go ahead and tell me which direction, northeast, south, or west? Or the lands beyond, for that matter. East. Always into the east. Okay. You find a lost knight wandering aimlessly. When he sees you, he looks startled and runs away. Oh. Well, that was an awful direction. Blame Leafin. Okay. We could hire a mercenary camp. Most of them are goblins. They won't fight with us. I could put out a call for more mercenary groups. You brought a list of the new groups who have arrived in the lands. Golden Banner Dark Gatekeepers. Sea Bannered Mercenaries. Sir Ekia's Pure Serpent. Usar's Mercenary Company, or Sir Talin's New Moon Serpents. Oh, they sound powerful. The old merc groups have pushed aside by new groups who've taken the call. Let's actually have a look at them. I'd like to assess them. Oh, they are garbage, actually. Oof. Not great. Not great at all. Well, let's have a look at you. Your peasant tier. Okay, you're better than soldier tier. And there's 88 of you, so that's not terrible. Let's have a look at the Pure Serpents. Oh, sorry, no, they were the ones we just looked at. Usar's Mercenary Company. Okay, much better than soldier tier. There are, however, only 49 of you. Okay, none of them really jumping out to me, but Sir Exakias and Usars are the best. Holy hell, they are expensive to hire permanently. Yeah, they very much are. Good night in Transfer the Wild. You have a good one. So we're not getting any of those. We are going to hire... We will... Oh. There are only 4 available. I mean, I'll take all 4, I guess, but... bandits, we've got none to be hired. It's a bit of a shame. I can try and get some from Smallhaven. No, none of them want to join us. That's a shame. In terms of soldiers, I could get a couple, but this is not great. What I will do then... Let's have a look at upgrading. Military buildings. I could get more recruits each turn. I could get the militia to get some better weapons, and that might be nice. In fact, I think that's very nice. Let's get that. The genital guard protection for my guards, because I promised. We'll look at the guilds. Not good enough right now. Productivity, also not good enough. Recruitment buildings, basic nobility. The recruiter's hall would be good. Not quite what we want right now. 1k for a basic nobility quarter would give us a 1 in 3 chance of recruiting a knight each turn, and I think that's worth it. Now, if I paid 2.5k, I'd get a 1 in 2 chance each turn, which, again, not terrible considering a knight can train my peasants to be soldiers. Income buildings is a little bit rough. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Throne room signs. Reclaim forgotten trails. I could get Goblin Slaver Guard. Slaver half is likely to get killed. I mean, that's not too bad, but I think we're going to go with the throne room, though. Bigger throne room signs again. Yeah, 10% more. Throne room. Bring gifts. Speak with the ruler. I approve. We can go for a giant throne room sign eventually. So we're a little ways off from that. Okay. And with that, I'm going to go to the Royal Bank. I'm going to deposit everything I've got so we can start building up our our stock again. Spiked cod pieces, outstanding. Next upgrade for the guards. Yes. Yeah, I think that was I didn't properly look at it, but yeah, guard spike general perspectives. A sharp defense is the best of offense. It's 2k though, but yeah. Right, so all we can do this turn, but I'm starting to feel like we could probably push against the rebels. The only issue I have is that the slave revolt has nowhere else to go, and the rebels have nowhere else to go. If I let them attack me, they lose a decent amount of their people. But a big part of my army is just my peasants, so I feel like it behooves me to let them attack me. This game does look quite fun, and definitely doesn't make me want to re-download Sanctuary RPG. Good old Sanctuary RPG. It is very much in the vein of Sanctuary. All right, gonna end the year. Actually, I'm gonna start telling you to stop telling me because I'm feeling more confident about this. I am going to let the rebels attack. They've got about 1,000 troops, 6 lands. It's a rough amount of land for them to protect. But I would much prefer it if they was down to about 600 troops, so I only had 100 per land. Launch no attacks. Right, my lord, we're under attack from the golden bannered dark gatekeepers. They have been hired by the rebels and sent after. Oh, god damn it. Yes, I want to watch the battle. Got 759 defenders in total. 25% raid defense battle strength. Through clouds of acid rain, the golden bannered dark gatekeepers mercs march forward, contracted by the rebels to unleash death on their enemies. They didn't last. We lost 2 peasants, they lost 42. The raiding mercs hired by the rebels are no more. My lord, the rebels have launched an assault. Okay. Militia have sent 12 troops. Snowy night sky adorns the battlefield. 25% bonus for us again. Through a snowy night, the rebels stop for a moment and then stomp forward. A bitterly cold wind sweeps across the battlefield. They lost a lot of troops. Fight forward and gain a marginal ground over the rebels. Nice, nice. Very nice, actually. Fight forward, gain the advantage, and wipe out the rest of them. We're playing very defensively right now. Recruit have launched an assault. Yes, I would like to see how this goes. 744 defenders this time. Under the half moon, the crew arrive from the warband. One charges forward, yelling. Shortly afterward, the rest of them follow. And they will promptly put down. Okay. Alright, I want to see a detailed report. Okay, our treasury grew a bit that time. Nice. So, we got 621 from this year's harvest. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. General taxes, good. Caravans, earned us a little bit. Bandits pillaged a decent amount. We enlisted 12 peasants from our 2 lands. The knights trained 10 peasants into soldiers, and a small group of 11 local hedge knights. 11 knights? 11 knights. The highest tier troop we can have. That was amazing. They are going to be able to train so many more of the peasants into soldiers now. They are going to cost me a lot more in wages. Pincer Frog Rangers attempt to raid you, but 20 bandits captured and jailed. Attempt to raid us, failed. They lost 9 bandits. Attempt to raid us, stopped by guards and flee after a scuffle. Slave rebels gained 6 supporters and troops in our lands. Militia recruited 24 new peasants. Very nice. Zath managed to win again. Wow. Rebels enlist 23 new soldiers. Brings them up to 731. We're now definitely getting into the sort of territory where I'm feeling more confident about attacking them. Kingdom of Crute has enlisted 94 tribals, 24 berserkers, and 18 warlords. They've only got 113 berserkers. Okay. Treasury increased. Okay, that was a good year. Choose a report to automatically see each turn. I'm going to say always show me the advanced. Okay, with the old year faded, the year 174 has begun, and with it comes a feeling that this is the year of goblin kind. The goblin kingdom recruits, population swells. Okay. They pledged to join us, not that they did. Oh, right. That could be true. Let's have a look. Actually, let me check my troops first. So, manage staff and champions. Talk to you and view current troops. No, I've got 13 knights, which is bonkers. Bonkers amazing. All right, that is quite amazing. Throne room, let's see. You're visited by a craftsman who claims one of your soldiers threatened him. You seek reparations and a promise it will not happen again. Sure. Yeah. Public opinion boon. I'm going to actually change some laws. Social policies. Arms for the poor. There we go. +5 public opinion. I'm going to try and bring people back on side because things are getting a little bit out of hand, I'm not going to lie. Right. But let's get to the arena. Once again, let's get a fight going. Heroic soldier versus a mutilated soldier. I'm going to go with the heroic one, and we're going to put down 583 on this. Evil yes, evil policies. The mutilated soldier gets a fantastic strike. That's why I didn't go all in. It didn't feel one-sided enough to go all in, but that hurt a bit. Sea Ballad Wanderer or an underground half-giant champion. We haven't properly looked at the new groups. Let's go with the underground half-giant champion. Put 269 on this. He was heroic, not skilled. I mean, they were both soldiers though. Nice. Goblin Warlord versus a Pygmy Cloud Demigod Guardian. This is going to be ultra one-sided, so let's go all in with this one. Don't turn me into a liar, game. Don't do it. Don't do it. There we go. Thank you. Wulaf, the Unremarkable Siege Guard versus a Terrestrial Orkling Champion. I'll put a few coins on one of you. You bet it against the scruffy underdog and expect it to win? I mean, I bet against the peasants all the time, and it usually works. Divine Shadow Esfanti. I'm sorry, Wulaf, you are not winning against a Divine Shadow Esfanti. Yep. Pretty much what I expected. Cursed New Moon Hired Boy. Yeah, once again, Divine Shadow Esfanti, though. Oh my god, you had 8 hit points. I feel so bad. There we are. I was kind of brutal. Kind of brutal, not gonna lie. Okay. Chat, you got a call? Which direction are we going in? South. Very well. Leafin doesn't count. He got to choose last time. I should have let Leafin... Oh, you noticed something on the horizon. It's an ooh snake. Let's approach the ooh snake. snake soon escapers off. Scarpers, rather. Fair. Okay. I don't know how to process what we just saw. I do not know how to process what we just saw. All right. I almost want to just hold on to this money and let it build. Let's see about peasants. 14 peasants joined us. Nice. No soldiers. Oh, I'll take all 20 bandits. Yes, 628 available. I'll take 600. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That is bonkers numbers of units. Let's have a look at our current troop count. 945 goblin berserkers. Okay, we've now got quite a dangerous group. I think it's time for us to attack. As I feel I can leave half of my group here. So the question now is, which group? Rebels that we're at war with. They've got 983 men across 6 lands. $3,091 gold. Recruit. A lot more total goblins. I think we are going to go for an attack, yeah. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, recruit have grown alarmingly. It's because they had the massive swell of population. There's only 600 slaves, but I'm a little bit worried about them. We're going to skirmish, I think, against... Oh, no, we're going to raid them. My lord, we need to discuss the makeup of the attacking forces. Who and how many shall we send? Half of my troops, but no peasants. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's very good. 163 people there to defend. We're sending 541 to attack. We will easily win this. The setting sun adorns the battlefield. Oh, I love the ASCII out there. Do you wish to launch an attack or wait a while in the hope of more favorable condition? No, send the attack. 25% rage strength bonus for them, but that's okay. Alongside the setting sun, your army marches out, cheering to meet the rival group. Your army holds for a moment as there is some confusion. Then someone shouts, "Charge!" and they rush forward. Oh, we had a bit of a downgrade there. In the midst of the fighting, a pack of roaring wild bears charges onto the battlefield and attacks several combatants before being killed off. Okay. You push forward to outflank the rebels, but still no one side seems to have the upper hand. Both sides push forward, but find themselves momentarily evenly matched. The rebels fight forward and gain the advantage, managing to completely overrun you. Ooh, that's unfortunate. You push forward and outflank the rebels, but still no one side seems to have the upper hand. While fighting the rages on, a green frog hopped along the field. You manage to push forward and quickly penetrate the center. The breakthrough does a great deal of damage, and they are gone. The raid was a success, and your troops begin looting. Or looting all they can. We took 516 gold on public opinion. Troops managed to salvage a single chest of loot with 45 gold. Okay, well, that's not great, but it's good enough, I suppose. They lost 163. We lost 83. That's not the sort of numbers I want to see, but
Crews have marched on us. Let's have a watch. Oh, wow. Your 1,018 defenders prepare for battle. You have 1,037 defenders in total. Okay. Heavy rain adorns the battlefield. Low likelihood of weather events. Beneath the pouring rain, the recruit arriving on the battlefield, all carrying stones. They charge forward and launch a volley. Scoundrels. You manage to take both of the enemy flanks, trapping them momentarily and doing damage. Oh my good, look at the numbers, Chad. We lost 15. We lost 15, Chad. They lost over 200. I feel they've made mistakes. Break through the lines and manage to push them back. Lost some goblin berserkers, but... So a quick gander. They lost 213, we lost 39. You hear word that the owner of the little arena, Gren the Meadblood, has upgraded it to an arena. The arena grows to become an even more prominent location within the realm and beyond. The arena can now host tournaments. The arena now has a Hall of Fame. There will now be 15 fights per year. Peasants earned me 669 gold. Pillaging bandits. Due to your forceful enlistment, public opinion has dropped by 1. Due to your bank tax, public opinion has dropped by 2. What about my alms for the poor? You enlist 27 peasants from your 2 lands. A lone goblin joins you from the goblin hut. Your knights train 55 peasants into soldiers. During the tax day celebrations, 3 people are sacrificed. Fires during the tax day celebration have killed 9 people, and on our command, the soldiers tossed 6 peasants into the southern lava pit. Well, there we go. The owner of the little arena has upgraded it. Your alms for the poor helps many of the lowest folk, and people are pleased. Oh, that's all. Skull Grey Hand attempted to raid you and failed. 13 bandits are captured and jailed. Tricky Cavalry attempts to raid you and failed. 5 bandits are captured and jailed. The Slave Rebels gained 5 supporters. Militia recruited 19 peasants. You're still going strong. I'm kind of shocked. Okay. They've got 748 troops now for the rebels. I think we can probably start taking land off them, frankly. Right, gambling limits across the realm have doubled this year. Nice. That will be very useful. Let's deal with the visitors first. Visited by a traveling jester who says, "Hail and well met. My aim is to make you laugh hysterically with a handwritten joke." Okay. How many halflings does it take to light a candle? Do you mean you trust a halfling with your candle? Chat, how do we rate that joke? -5. Lava pit. Doesn't seem to be an option. To the dungeon! Tavern Jester lets off an aggressive sigh before falling to the floor dramatically. Your guards quickly carry him out. You're visited by a drunk man who begins to ramble about taxing the tax day before passing out on the floor. Have him taken to a room to sleep it off. Rumors of our kindness pass around. Good. Can I upgrade my throne room? No. Alright, time for us to get fighting then. Okay. I'd like to speak to the local owner. How much would this cost? Now 80,000. It's, I mean, they're making money, to be fair. Alright, let's have a look at the watch fight tournaments. Commoner tournament, 2k. You look at hosting a tournament in the arena. Gren, the Meadblood, the arena owner, will allow you to host any tournaments you like as long as you fund it entirely by yourself. You can host either a commoner tournament, which invites local peasants to compete and fight for a grand prize, or you can host an 8-man tournament, which will pit 8 fighters against each other, with the winner becoming the new arena grand champion. View the champion roster. You're brought a list of the fighters currently on the fight roster. So, Brian the Terrorized, Balder the Forgotten Warrior. Brian the Terrorized was fairly good, wasn't he? It cost me 3k to host the tournament though. I would want to know that the champion's going to win. For now then, we're going to say no. Actually, let's go to the Hall of Fame. Ah, yes, the Hero of Lightning. Defeated by Zath of the Caves in 170. Let's have a look at the bust of the Hero of Lightning. You gaze on the bust of the famed Ryleth, the Hero of Lightning, the greatest champion in the arena history. In total, he achieved 2 wins in the arena and held his title as Grand Champion until the year 170. He was ultimately defeated by Zath of the Caves and died with honor and glory in the name of the arena. Fair. When are you going to lose, Zath? You're kind of doing amazingly. And I'm shocked. Underground Half Giant, I think. 491 on them. 12,000 is the upper limit? Oh god, I hope I can make some decent money here. Doesn't look so good so far. Actually, why was I doubting? Wait, okay, I'm back to doubting again. Ah, I shouldn't have doubted even for a second. Well done. Afflicted Terrestrial. Oh, I'm going to say I really can't guess this one at all, and any money I put on this is going to be a waste. So Afflicted is a little bit better, it seems. But they lost a lot of health early. Yeah. Okay. Afflicted seems the better call. Bandit Raider or Dastardly Ash Fawn? I think the Bandit Raider, but I'm actually really not that certain about it. Yeah, it was the Raider. Goblin Warlord versus a Dastardly Ash Fawn. I'm going to say Goblin Warlord. And I'm going to put 230 on this one. Soldier versus a Pygmy Cloud Demigod King. Everything I have on the Pygmy Cloud Demigod King, please. That soldier survived for a lot longer than I was expecting. Well done. Right. Nilam the Orcish versus Drakar the Despair. Nilam the Orcish the 7th. I'm going to give you 190 coins. Don't let me down. You are already letting me down. Actually, I take it back. You're doing great. No, get back to doing great. Don't let me down. Ah, god damn it. I shouldn't have spoken. I threw them off their game. That was on me. Oh, no entry paid. Nice. Drakar the Despair versus a Cursed Knight. I think I'm going to put my money on Drakar the Despair here. But I'm still not going to put a lot of money on it. Cursed Knight is pretty high up, but they are cursed. Yeah. Bandit Warlord versus a Famous Knight. I'm going to say Famous Knight. I'm going to say 522 on this one.